Okay. Okay. So our first topic of today's class will be learning about the biosphere. What is biome? What is the population? What is a community? What is the ecosystem? Okay. So starting with the individual, like see yourself an individual. So there is a one person who is an individual. Then individual came together and make a population. Okay. They're individual. They make population. Out of that population there will be a community includes the interaction of the air water sunlight. Okay, like उसमें air भी होगा, water भी होगा, sunlight भी होगा, and then there will be population including in community. Then we have ecosystem. What does ecosystem mean? Ecosystem is the interaction and the connection between the biotic and the abiotic factors. So biotic means all the living organism, and the abiotic thing means जितने भी हमारे non living है, they will came together and form a ecosystem. Okay, when the ecosystem is a at a very large level, at a bigger level, in addition of the ecosystem, like if we say forest area, if we say desert area, if we say arctic area, that will come under the biome. Okay, it's a bigger in sense, it's a bigger part of the ecosystem. Then we have biosphere. What does biosphere include? Biosphere include all the biome, all the ecosystem, and including the non-living thing, like we have industry, we have buildings, we have pollution, all the thing that is in present in our surrounding, including the biome, including the ecosystem, including the non-living things, that whole together will become under a biosphere. So we can basically divide this whole thing into like first step will be individual, like we are making a triangle. Okay, so it's like a triangle. How to make a triangle? So let's just say this is triangle. Okay, so at this at very this place, I know. So at this place we have individual, then we have population. Okay, then we have a community of people, which then we have a ecosystem which have biotic component as well as abiotic component. Then we have a biome is a bigger sense, is in bigger sense. Then we have biosphere also include different biome, like biosphere include the forest, like if we say we have ocean and we have continental part, that area, and including all the marine infrastructure around it, that will be part of biosphere. Okay, so you can make a triangle like this and you can put it in a order. Like whatever material I have sent you, you can easily see, like there will be a triangle and you can easily understand the thing. Okay, this is individual, then there is our community population, then is community, then ecosystem, then biome, then biosphere. Okay, so the term ecology, what does ecology mean? Ecology is basically the study of this ecosystem. So the study of the ecosystem is ecology. It was coined by the Ernest Haeckel. Like it's a person, he termed this coin in 1869. Okay. Then there is two terms like intraspecific and interspecific. What does intraspecific means? When one group interact with the same population. Like I am a person, I have a group, I interact with same population of human beings. So that is intraspecific. But like different communities, like if there is an animal and he is interacting with another animal, like uh, a buffalo is standing in a jungle or in a grassland, उसके ऊपर आके एक पक्षी बैठ रहा है, तो दे आर इंटरेक्टिंग, दिस इज इंटरस्पेसिफिक. वो उसके ऊपर क्यों बैठ रहा है? बेसिकली वो क्या कर रहा है, ही इज ईटिंग सम worms on the buffalo. So that is basically interspecific. So intraspecific is basically like buffalo is interacting to the buffalo, and इंटरस्पेसिफिक बेसिकली मीन बफेलो, उसके ऊपर कोई आके पक्षी बैठ कर उसके ऊपर बैठा है, दैट इज इंटरस्पेसिफिक ऑल्सो. देन व्हाट इज अ स्पीशीज? व्हाट डज द स्पीशीज मीन? Species means a group of similar organism. Like we human as a whole is a one species. We can't. Then if we go to our back ancestral roots, we can find different species of human as well. Like there were homo sapiens, there were homo habilis, there were different ancestor related to species, like some came and become the homo sapiens, and which are humans. So that's a whole different thing, but there is a group of similar organism, okay, which, but main thing that is including in a species, that the main point, they should be they must be able to interbreed and produce a offspring. Like there should be a, they can do reproduction basically, and in that reproduction जो future generation आएगा, which must be fertile too. Okay, so like हमने खच्चर देखा है, like horse and mule, when they can reproduce, but जो उनसे जो product बनता है, like जो भी हमारा I think खच्चर ही बोलते हैं, okay, so खच्चर is not fertile. Okay, if खच्चर is not fertile, that is not a, that is not considered in species as per the definition. So definition basically include the organism which are a group of a similar organism that are able to interbreed and produce offsprings, okay, through the reproduction, and the future generation will be fertile too, that will count in species. And the physical environment near this species is known as its habitat, कि जहाँ वो रह रहे हैं, like what's the habitat of lion lives in jungle, so it's his habitat. Okay, what is niche? So niche is a very common term that will be used, but we will just consider is the functional or the occupational place. Okay, like if a person or like if anything is happening in an area, in that area, what is the role of that species at that place? Okay, are you getting, like if a lion is in jungle, if a deer is in jungle, there is a role ki what deer is doing. Deer is basically eating the grass and converting that grass into flesh of his own body. He's eating grass for the for converting that grass into glucose, then he will उसका flesh आ जाएगा. Okay, he is making a medium for medium of production for lion to eat himself. Okay, so that is the functional role of a species in its habitat, like they are doing this thing in jungle also only. So that is basically their niche. Okay, like whatever their functional, whatever their occupation of the species, whatever the function they are performing in their habitat, this is their niche. Okay, then we have some type of species we generally uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are basically 5 type of classification we do of species. First one is the keystone species. What does keystone species mean? Keystone species ऐसी species होती हैं, they have very great impact on the their on the ecosystem or in the biome, or we can say the whole the biosphere. Okay, so keystone species, it's not like that they are very large in number. Like if we say lion, so lion is the top carnivore. टॉप कार्निवोर मींस इफ अगर उसका जनरेशन खत्म होता है लायन का, देन डियर क्या होगा, डियर का पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. लायन का पॉपुलेशन कम, तो डियर का पॉपुलेशन बढ़ जाएगा. सो डियर क्या करेगा, डियर विल ईट होल द ग्रास, ग्रास खाने लग जाएगा. सो एक इकोलॉजिकल इम्बैलेंस क्रिएट हो जाएगा. So these are the species. Lion is a keystone species. What is the function? कि lion is so much important. Without lion, we can't preserve the, we can't balance the nature. That's the reason कि एक ecosystem में you must have some top carnivores. Then second one is indicative species. What does indicative species mean? Indicative species mean the species that indicates. Okay, like if something is happening in a water, लाइक पानी जमा हुआ है, उसके ऊपर कोई ऐसा हमें इंडिकेशन दिख रहा है कि दिस वाटर इज सो मच पोल्यूटेड, लाइक उसके ऊपर एल्गी लग गया है, उसके ऊपर हयासिंथ आ गए हैं. ओके, जस्ट जस्ट कंसीडर नाउ कि उसके ऊपर कुछ ऐसा हमें दिख रहा है कि अगर ये स्पीसीज आ गया, सो दिस इज इंडिकेटिंग समथिंग दैट दिस वाटर शुड बी पोल्यूटेड, कि इसके अंदर कोई इन्वेजिव बाहर से कोई इसमें स्पीसीज आया हुआ है. ओके, लाइक एक कोरल्स होता है इन ओशन, कि उसमें कोरल्स का क्या हो गया है, उसके ऊपर से एल्गी चला गया है. Okay, so that will be an indication. So these kind of species are known as indicative species. The very common example of indicative species, if we take corals, coral reefs. Okay, then there is endemic species. Like endemic birds, what does endemic bird means? Endemic bird means जो species belong to that place only. ओके, कि दे आर ऑफ दैट प्लेस, कि बिल्कुल सानिया है वहाँ, कि वहीं से उनका जितना भी स्पीसीज है वहीं से ओरिजिनेट हुआ है, एंड दे आर एंडेमिक टू दैट प्लेस. Okay, so that are endemic species. Then we have flagship. Flagship are basically like these are for the tourism purpose, like they are popular. If we say donkey को कौन देखने जाएगा? No one will go to zoo to see a donkey. But if you have a Bengal tiger, if you have a beautiful peacock, so that is a flagship species. That is important for tourism. Like cheetah है. Okay, cheetah is a flagship. Okay, so this is basically flagship species is for basically tourism or popular culture basis. Okay, then we have umbrella species. Like umbrella basically means वही होता है कि conservation centric है. Like we have to protect this species. Like this is very critically endangered or in endangered. Okay, so उसको बचाने के लिए दूसरी like there are many species that are dependent on that depends on each other, so we have to conserve that species so that other species can survive too. So these are the umbrella species. Okay, so basically what are abiotic components? Abiotic component basically include three parts, that is physical, that is inorganic, and organic. What is physical? Physical basically means the variation which can we see from our eyes, uh, or we can feel that, like we can feel temperature rise, we can feel temperature down over, then we can feel the light coming, light going, we can sometime also feel the atmospheric pressure thing, then we can also feel the humidity. Okay, so these all things, these come under physical components. Then we have organic. So organically basic organic का मतलब ये होता है which includes the carbon and the hydrogen bonds. Okay, so protein have some carbon and hydrogen bonds. Similarly, carbohydrates are there, lipids are there. So these are overall the organic thing. Then there is inorganic thing. Everything that is beside the carbon hydrogen bond is inorganic thing, like water, H2O, oxygen, we have carbon dioxide, we have nitrogen. Okay, so these are basically the abiotic components of the environment. Then there is a concept of warm blooded and cold blooded, which is not so important for us, but for now we have to remember there is a warm blooded thing. We are warm blooded, birds are warm blooded. Like we will not go into biology to understand the whole concept of the warm blooded and cold blooded, but for now we have to just remember human and birds, they come under warm blooded, and reptiles and frog. Okay, reptiles हो गया, frog हो गया, they will came under cold blooded. Okay, like warm blooded जिसके पास ear होता है, hair होता है, they are generally warm blooded, and cold blooded are like frog and reptiles. Okay, coming to the next part, like this question can be easily asked. Okay, so summer में एक period होता है जहाँ एक species क्या होता है, सोने चले जाते हैं, basically they will go into rest. Like in winter it is known as hibernation, like hibernation हमने सुना होगा, but in summer we have to remember this period of going to the sleep is known as estivation. It's known as estivation. Okay, so our next topic is there are two type of organism that will depend on that we can define, that we can classify on the basis of the range of temperature they can tolerate, the range of temperature they can tolerate. Okay, so first one is eurythermal. Remember the uri word. Uri means basically the organism which can tolerate a wide range of temperature, not only temperature. Like uri में uri का जो मतलब होता है basically which can tolerate. Okay, which is related to tolerating something. So eurythermal, thermal means related to temperature. So these are the organism which can tolerate that very wide range of temperature की very wide range of temperature को ये क्या कर सकते हैं, they can tolerate. Then there is stenothermal. Stenothermal is basically they are restricted to narrow range of temperature, like polar bear, frog, lizard, and coconut also. Okay, so these are some example of stenothermal organism. Like ये काफी ज्यादा अगर टेम्परेचर में चेंज होगा, so they will not survive. Like polar bear हमें we know कि जहाँ थोड़ा बर्फ होगा वही रहेगा, अगर उसको थोड़ा हम इधर नॉर्थ से लेके थोड़ा साउथ में जहाँ थोड़ा गर्मी हवा ले जाए, we can't survive. Okay, so that is a stenothermal. But if you see some plants, like plants तो वहां भी grow हो रहे हैं, alpine plants, but some उस plants को अगर यहाँ try करो, it can, there are chances कि it can grow. Okay, so tiger का भी कई बार ऐसा होता है कि sometime there is difference between temperature, and he can survive through that. Okay. Then basically there are two different thing, like homeo का मतलब होता है which have constant body temperature, like ऐसा एनिमल जो शिमला में भी अपना बॉडी का टेम्परेचर मेंटेन करके रखे और इंदौर में भी करके रखे, like इतना डिफरेंस ना आए दोनों के बीच, he can maintain a constant body temperature. And hetero, it regulates the temperature, like वो कम ज्यादा कर सकता है according to its body needs. Like this is not so much important, because you will learn that thing, all this thing in bioscience and biotechnology when you will study that. But for now you just have to remember, like constant body temperature is homeo, and hetero means basically the difference, so regulates temperature. Then we have thermal stratification. So stratification, thermal stratification, basically it's not so important, but it's like warm on top and saline or salty. Like thermal stratification, basically it's mean it's saline or salty kind of thing. Okay, which is hypolemia, metalemia. So these are the stratification kind of examples. So this is also not so important for our environment. Then we have urihaline and stenohaline. This is also not so important, but you have to just remember, uri means that can tolerate a wide range. Haline is related to salinity, like organism which can tolerate a very wide range of salinity. That kind of organism came under euryhaline. Then we have stenohaline. What does stenohaline means? Stenohalines means which are restricted to a narrow range of salinity. Okay, so that is stenohaline. Then we have some biotic components. Like we have seen, like there are some components that are abiotic in nature, which includes the physical and the organic and the inorganic thing. Similarly, there are biotic components of the ecosystem or the environment. So basically, what does biotic components? These are the living things that are present in our surroundings. So basically, starting from the producer. So like you have seen this whole thing in 10th class. Okay, so this is producer, then consumer, then decomposer. Basically क्या होता है कि like सूरज से क्या आता है, हमारा sunlight आता है, that sunlight will come and plant will prepare its food. Plant ने खाना बनाया, that plant is known as producer because it's making some food. Then we have consumer. Who is consumer? Who is eating that plant or the product of that plant? Okay, that is like if we say deer, कि deer क्या करेगा? उस plant से थोड़ा जो भी उसका product होगा, deer will eat that. So that is primary consumer. So is consuming the product primary at primary level. So that is primary consumer. Then who will be eating deer? Lion will be eating deer. Okay. So this is eating lion at a secondary level. So he will be a secondary consumer. Okay. I'm repeating again. Like we have producer. What does producer do? Like plant do. Plant will do. It will make their own food, and it is primary producer. Primary producer. It will produce. Then we have deer. What will deer do? Deer will do. Deer basically do. He will consume. He will eat from that plant. He is primary consumer. Then we have lion. Lion is secondary consumer. He will consume deer. Okay. Then at last stage we have decomposer. Like lion मर जाएगा, उसके बाद या फिर कोई भी एनिमल मरेगा, उसके बाद कुछ पार्ट बच जाएगा उसका. So that part will be eaten by or be decomposed by the decomposers. Like we will study this whole uh, in very detailed manner. But for now, uh, just have a look at this. Okay, then there is a concept of carnivore, omnivore, heterotrophs, herbivore. So what does herbivore means? Herbivore means basically जो plants को खाते हैं. Herbivore that will eat plant. Carnivore that will eat this non-veg thing. Okay, omnivore can eat both. Okay, and also remember, like there is a food chain, उसके अंदर एक ट्रोफिक लेवल होता है. देर आर डिफरेंट ट्रोफिक लेवल्स. ओके, सो ओमनीवोर एंड डीकम्पोजर विल नॉट हैव ए प्लेस ऑन दिस ट्रोफिक लेवल. ओके, रिमेंबर कि डीकम्पोजर का और ओमनीवोर का देर इज नो प्लेस ऑन दिस ट्रोफिक लेवल. Why? We will cover that. But for now you have to remember कि decomposer और omnivore का like I'll just explain in one line कि like if we say decomposer, decomposer lion को भी खा सकता है, deer को भी खा सकता है, पेट पे भी लग जाता है. So there are different levels. Where should we put decomposer? So that's a question. So we will not place decomposer anywhere on these trophic levels. Same case for the carnivore. Okay. So for now you just have to remember omnivore and decomposer. They were not placed in this trophic level system. Okay. Now look at this diagram. You will get a better understanding. Okay, so these are plants. This level is known as T1, then T2, then T3, then T4, then T5. Okay, is it clear? T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. So at T1 level, there are plants. Plants are autotrophs. They will make their own food. Then they are primary producer. They are producing the food at a very primary level. Then we have secondary level. They are secondary producer. They will produce at a second level. The second level organism are heterotrophs. What are heterotrophs? They will feed on plant. At this we have a grasshopper. Okay, grasshopper is like a small organism, like an insect. Okay, so what he will do, he will consume primary at a primary level. He's a primary consumer. He's a herbivore. He will eat plant, herbivore. Then at third level, we have frog. Okay. What will frog do? Frog will eat this grasshopper. Frog will eat this grasshopper. What does that mean? If frog eat that grasshopper, that is a carnivore. So that is a primary carnivore. Are you getting my point? That is a primary carnivore. Then we have secondary consumer. Like it's primary consumer. If overall we say this is secondary consumer, he is consuming this grasshopper at a secondary level. Okay, it's a carnivore. Then next level will be of snake, and this is the topmost level of eagle. So what will snake do? Snake is at tertiary consumer or the secondary carnivore, primary carnivore, secondary carnivore. Then we have quaternary consumer and the tertiary consumer, carnivore. Sorry. So these all are the heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means basically which are dependent on others to prepare to get their food. And autotrophs basically means the plants that prepare their food from the sunlight. Okay. Then we have insectivores. Like this question can be generally asked, what are the insectivores? So insectivores are, we have to just remember some example. Like these are the insect, किसी body के ऊपर बैठ जाएंगे. So there is a Venus flytrap. Like इनका नाम आ गया. We should know कि ऐसा कोई insectivore होता है. Okay, then Drosera capensis, California pitcher. इट्स अ प्लांट. लाइक प्लांट होता है ना कि इंसेक्ट अगर उस प्लांट के पास आ गया, देन उसके अंदर कुछ ऐसा मैकेनिज्म होता है, इट विल रिलीज सम फ्लूइड. उसके ऊपर फिर कांटे लगे होते हैं, एनिमल उसके अंदर ट्रैप हो जाता है. ओके, कैन यू इमेजिन इट कि एक प्लांट है, उसके ऊपर कुछ कांटे लगे हुए हैं, एंड कोई उसके ऊपर इंसेक्ट आया, देन इट विल ट्रैप इट इनसाइड हिम. Okay, so plant can also be this kind of non-vegetarian, but that actually not non-vegetarian, or that came under the insectivores. Some other examples are follicularis and butterwort, drosophilum, lusantium, yellow pitcher plant. Okay, एंड वेयर डज इट फाउंड, जहाँ न्यूट्रिएंट्स में सोइल में थोड़ा न्यूट्रिएंट कम होता है, लाइक कहीं फ्लड आया, फ्लड से थोड़ा सोइल हमारा बह गया, सोइल इरोजन हो गया, देन देयर व्हाट वी फाइंड दीज इंसेक्टिवोर्स plants there. Okay, but where should we place this insectivore? Should we place it at T1? Should we place it at T3? So that's the question. So we can place it at T1 also. Why? Because they prepare their food from sun also. And T3 because they are also eating some insect. Okay, so they can be placed at T1 and T3. Okay, are you getting? Uh, am, just tell me कि मैं ज़्यादा फास्ट तो नहीं जा रहा. Are you getting some इंस्टांस समझ आ रहा है आपको? Okay, I think you are not audible. Wait a minute. Yes. Are you getting the concepts? Just type Y or N. Your voice is not audible. Okay, okay. Then we have decomposers. So decomposer, what they are doing, we have decomposers. So decomposer का basically क्या function है? They will decompose the dead and decaying uh, material or the flesh of the animal. Okay, like so like fungus. And then we have scavengers. So what does scavenger do? Scavengers are basically like हमने crow देखा. We have hyena. Hyena is like animal that is closely like lion के पास आसपास मिलता है. Then folks we have jackal, we have condor, we have bex, opossum, ant, raccoon, hornet, marabou, stork, vulture. Like these are vulture like animals, crow like animals, hyena like animals. They are scavengers basically. What they will do, they will eat the um like meat from the body and सिर्फ हड्डियां बच जाएंगी. Okay, that हड्डी will be decomposed by the decomposers. Okay, so decomposers are of two types. First one is saprotrophs, second one is detritivores. What does saprotrophs mean? Saprotrophs basically mean the fungus, the yeast. कि हमने ब्रेड पे भी देखा है कि फंगस लग जाती है ब्रेड के ऊपर एंड यीस्ट लग जाता है कई बार. ओके, सो दैट इज द सेप्रोट्रोप थिंग. एंड व्हाट इज डेट्रिटिवोर्स थिंग्स? डेट्रिटिवोर्स लाइक अर्थवर्म हो गया, स्नेल हो गया, ओके, माइट हो गए. ओके, सो दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ द डेट्रिटिवोर्स. How this process happen of decomposition? Basically the first step will be the fragmentation, then there will be leaching, there will be catabolism, then there is huminification, then mineralization. Like this is whole biology concept, but we will not go so deep into it because that is not completely related to the environment. But for now what we have to learn that decomposition, then it will go to fragmentation, then fragmentation, there will be a process of leaching out, like थोड़ा लीच आउट हो जाएगा. देन देयर इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ कैटाबोलिज्म. देन थोड़ा उसके ऊपर ह्यूमिडिटी का इफेक्ट होगा. देन इट विल लेड टू द ह्यूमैनिफिकेशन. देन इट विल डिकम्पोज कंप्लीटली एंड लेड टू द मिनरल्स. तो उसमें से कुछ मिनरल्स आ जाएंगे. ओके, देन वी द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज इकोटोन. See, ecotone is a very important term. Uh, it's basically the transition between the two ecosystem. Okay, it's a transition between the two ecosystem and it's very diverse kind of place. Okay, so like there is a land mass, then there is some water. Land mass, some water. उसके जो बीच वाला होगा, okay, the middle between the land mass and the water, that will be a ecotone. लाइक फॉरेस्ट है एंड द डेजर्ट है, दोनों जहां इंटरसेक्ट होंगे, जहां दोनों का ट्रांजिशन होगा, दैट पॉइंट विल बी वेरी वेरी diverse in nature. Okay, so what are the characteristics of this ecotone region? So basically what are the characteristics? Basically characteristics are these have high species count. There will be a very high number of species there. Okay, species means like also of plants and animals both. Okay, it's a zone of tension, like there will be so much competition between the species to survive. Then there is sharp vegetation transition, like vegetation will be transitioned in that region. Okay, so this is ecotone. Along ecotone, but we have to understand the basic concept of the edge effect. Like it's a very important term in the environment. If we see what is edge effect, what is ecotone. So edge effect basically means when two ecosystem meet, when two ecosystem meet, like landmass or water, then number of the species between these two ecosystem is more. Like जितना species ओशन में होगा, वाटर पे होगा, जितना स्पीसीज लैंड मास पे होगा, उनसे ज्यादा स्पीसीज कहाँ होगा? इकोटोन के रीजन में होगा. व्हाई? दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एज इफेक्ट. ओके, दिस इज द इम्पैक्ट कि दो वेजिटेशन, दो इकोसिस्टम जहां मिल रहे हैं, वेयर दे आर इंटरेक्टिंग, और वी कैन से वेयर इज ट्रांजिशन हैपनिंग इन, और वी कैन से द इकोटोन रीजन. ओके, द impact that led to increase, or we can say the number of species will be too much high. That kind of effect is known as edge effect. Okay, am I clear? Then there are edge species. what are edge species? In ecotone, the species that are in majority, like एक species होगा that will dominate over the place, that species is known as the edge species. So जितना ज्यादा एज इफेक्ट बढ़ेगा, इकोटोन उतना अलाउ करेगा ग्रेटर बायोडाइवर्सिटी को. दैट मीन्स कि नंबर ऑफ स्पीसीज इंक्रीजिंग इन द ecotone region, that will allow more biodiversity, more organism to come to live there. Okay. Then the next thing is the what are the functions of an ecosystem? Okay, so basically, what are the functions of an ecosystem? So basically, there are three functions. Like we will just cover this thing: uh, energy flow through an eco food chain, nutrient cycling, and ecological succession. So these three will be our next three topics. Like what is energy flow through a food chain? How does energy travel from one organism to the another organism? How much amount of energy will be reduced if we go to one trophic level to the another trophic level? Okay, what is nutrient cycling? What is carbon cycle? What is hydrogen? What is phosphorus cycle? What is sulfur cycle? What is nitrogen cycle? So this whole cycle, what is carbon cycle? This whole cycle will be covered in the nutrient cycling. Like these are the functions of the ecosystem. All the biogeochemical cycle will be covered in the function of the ecosystem. Then there is a term of ecological succession, which we will cover in very deep. Like it's a new term. We know a bit about energy flow. We know a bit about nutrient cycling, but if we come to the ecological succession thing, it's a different thing. Okay, so let's just complete this last topic of productivity. So what does productivity means? प्रोडक्टिविटी. सो प्रोडक्टिविटी इज द रेट ऑफ द ग्रोथ, कि एक रीजन में किस स्पीसीज का कितना ग्रोथ हो रहा है अकॉर्डिंग टू इट्स वेट. दैट थिंग इज नोन एज प्रोडक्टिविटी. ओके, इट कैन बी, वी कैन से ग्राम. ग्राम डिनोट्स द वेट. ओके, मीटर स्क्वायर डिनोट्स द एरिया. ईयर डिनोट्स द टाइम पीरियड, कि कितने एरिया पे कितना वेट एक साल में किस स्पीसीज का कितना बड़ा है. दैट थिंग इज प्रोडक्टिविटी. ओके, लाइक वी डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर ऑल थिंग, वी जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर द ग्राम मीटर स्क्वायर पर ईयर इज द रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ. ओके, then productivity is of two type, that is primary and the secondary productivity. So autotrophs are primary, like जंगल बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है, that thing is primary. Productivity increasing of at a autotrophic level, at a plant level, that is a primary thing. Okay, then I will ask you a question, like where you find more productivity, at a pole or at a equator? Pole or equator? ओके, सो लेट मी टेल, यू विल गेट मोर प्रोडक्टिविटी एट इक्वेटर, क्योंकि पोल पे हमारा इतना लाइफ पॉसिबल नहीं है, इतना वेजिटेशन नहीं है, यू कांट फाइंड सो मेनी स्पीसीज देयर. बट एट इक्वेटर, इक्वेटर पे हमारा बहुत ज्यादा टेम्परेचर होता है, इट्स वेरी good temperature for the vegetation to grow. So there we find more weight per area per year increasing. It's a rate of growth. Okay, so that thing is like it can be generally asked the question where we can find more productivity at equator than pole. Okay, so there are two things, that is primary production. Second thing is net productivity. What is primary production? Primary production is basically the gross primary production, GPP. We will call it GPP. कि plants कितना बढ़ रहे हैं overall. So that will came under the primary production. Primary production. Then we have net productivity. Like we are releasing some carbon dioxide as well. So जितना total हो रहा है उसके अंदर से if we reduce carbon dioxide or respiration, so that will be the net productivity. So what is net productivity? Net productivity is nothing, it's just net productivity is nothing but the total minus the respiration. Okay, so what is net productivity again? Is GPP minus respiration. Okay, at the secondary level there is some energy loss. Okay, we have to remember gram meter square per year. Okay, it's nothing, like जस्ट लाइक वी हैव प्लांट को कौन खाएगा? हर्बीवोर खाएगा, देन उसको कार्निवोर खाएगा, उसको कोई टॉप कार्निवोर खाएगा. सिमिलरली द सेम थिंग हैपन इन द एक्वेटिक सिस्टम एज वेल. इफ वी सी इन एक्वेटिक सिस्टम, There are phytoplanktons. There are phytoplankton. Then we have zooplankton. Zooplankton were eaten by some carnivores, some fish. This fish will be eaten by some shark. Okay, phytoplankton, then zooplankton, then carnivore, then another carnivore. Okay, this is a food chain in the marine ecosystem. Also, marine में also there is diatom. Diatom को crustaceans, then herrings. Like you have to remember, diatoms होते हैं, diatom को crustacean खाते हैं, उनको herrings खाते हैं. Okay, so this is nothing like grazing fooding chain. कहाँ से grass से शुरू होता है, dead roots कहाँ से start होगा, dead किसी oak leaf से start होगा. Okay, so this is for today. Like we have covered a major part of the ecosystem. Like what is insectivore, what are the different trophic levels, how producer produces, what are the biotic components, what are the abiotic components, and what is ecotone, what is adaptation, what are the different type of species, what is niche, what is different like of levels of a ecosystem of the biosphere, what is individual, what is population. Okay, so uh, I will prefer if you will revise this whole thing or try to write it down in your own words, it will be very easy for you to remember these whole points. Like I'm not sure किन से क्वेश्चन आएगा नहीं आएगा, but I'm damn sure कि ये चीज आपको लाइफ में काम आएंगी आएंगी, because this is very basic thing. You have to remember these things. Okay, then like our next topic, I'm just there will be pyramids. Like we will be covering pyramids tomorrow. But for now, pyramids जब समझ आएंगे when you have a command on these things. Like you have to know what is ecotone. You have to know how, and especially you have to remember this chart basically, this diagram. You have to remember if from next class I will directly say secondary consumer. सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर बोलते हैं, आपके दिमाग में ये चीजें आनी चाहिए. बट इज सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर, सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर इज बेसिकली एट T3 लेवल. ओके, मैक्सिमम लेवल इज गोइंग टू T5. ओके, क्योंकि एक एनर्जी हमारा जो सन से आ रहा है विच विल बी यूज होते होते एक टाइम पे आ जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा एनर्जी. ओके, सो दैट विल बी थिंग कि हम T5 लेवल तक ही जाते हैं मोस्टली. ओके, सो दैट विल द पार्ट ऑफ टूडेज सेशन, and I think it's very clear to you. You have learned, I think, very much thing from this session. Uh, just let me know if you have any doubt, uh, so so that we can just wrap it up. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.